I'm Seth Doan with CBS News. China had pledged not to militarize its islands in the South China Sea, so why has China deployed surface-to-air missile batteries, and why is it constructing military-grade airfields on those islands? Some in the international community have called those actions dangerous, destabilizing. What threat is China guarding against?
哥伦比亚广播公司记者：中国呢曾经宣誓将不在南中国海进行军事化，但是呢，实际上中国在南海的岛礁上进行了军事的部署，包括一些导弹的设施以及飞机的跑道。国际社会认为呢，这将对南中国海的和平与稳定造成威胁。对此你怎么看？
谢谢啊，哥伦比亚广播公司，我也注意到你们的报道，注意到
Thank
美
you
国的报
for your
道。
question. I've noticed your report and the reports by some other
这
U.S.
个
media.
说到中国，就是南海和这个南沙军事化。
Some people have connected China with the South China issue and the militarization of the South China Sea. The issue of militarization has been hyped up. That sounds misleading, and it is thought of language hegemony. And some, by making these reports, try to blame China for affecting navigation of freedom and undermining stability of this region.
这种做法可能怎么说呢？就是容易误导这个形势。
Such
你要
practice
说军事化的
may
话，
mislead
咱
the
们
situation.
如果这仔细看一看，在南海
Talking about
进行出的
militarization, if we look at those
就是先进的飞机啊、
advanced
军舰
ships
呀，
and
最多的是
aircrafts
不是还是美国？
exiting from and entering into the South China Sea, aren't the
而且
majority
美
of
国
them
重返亚太
from the United States.
提出的一个很
The
重要的
US
理由，很重要的
by
一个决
pivot
定，
to
就是要
Asia
把海
made
军
an
的基
important
石要部署
decision
亚太。
to deploy as many as
这一段时
70%
间
of
自
its
从美
naval
国
force in the
重返亚
Asia
太军事上
Pacific.
动作有多少？
The US has taken a lot of military
完全
moves
在加强在亚太
together
军事
with
存在和军事
its
部署。
military
你要说
alliances
军
in
事
this
化的话，
region
这是什么？
has
这就是
been
军事化吗？
stepping up military deployment in this region.
我想
So
呢，这个
isn't
南海
this
问题呢，
move
我们这个前一
a
段
step
啊，我
towards
们外长
militarization?
美国
Talking
讲得
about
比较
the
透彻了，
South
我就
China
说两条。
Sea
我们
issue, the
普通
Chinese
人
foreign
就是
minister
包
has
括
already
我们
made it
大
very
代表
clear
和
in
普
his
通中国
recent
人的
visit to the US. I wish to share with
那
you
么
the
第一
impression
呢，
of the general
我们
public
中国
of
人觉
China
得
on the
美
South China
国
Sea issue.
派
First,
军
the
舰
Chinese
到我
people
们
believe
南
that
沙的
the
岛礁
US,
那么近
by
的地方
sending
去
its
炫耀武
military
力，
aircrafts and
这个
ships
不好，
to
这非常
areas
刺激
so
人
close
的
to
反感
China's
情绪。
islands and reefs
这个
very much
本来这个
provokes
在南沙问题
the
上，美国
resentment
是说了
of the
是
Chinese people.
不持
The
立
US
场
has claimed
是吧？对南沙争
that
议
it take
不持
no
立场。
position
那么
on
现在美
the
国的做
disputes of
法
the
和
Nansha
说法
Islands,
呢，
but what
这
it is
个
doing
让人觉得好像是
and
在
saying now
刺激紧张的
makes us
情绪。
feel that it is
美
provoking
方的这个动机还
tension,
是
so
画一
we
个很大
have
的
a big
问号。
question mark on the
第二个
motives of
看
the
法
US
呢，就
side.
是我们在南
The
沙
second
扩
impression
建岛礁是非常
The
必要的，
development of
这个
certain
中国
islands
人
and
民
reefs
是
in the
是
Nansha
都支
Islands
持。
is very necessary, and it
而
is
且认为这
supported
些岛
by
礁
the
离
Chinese
家离我
people.
们大陆那么
Since
远，
these islands
应该
and the reefs
它必然就
are
应该
very
有它自
remote
身的这个防御
from
能
the
力
mainland of China, and they
部署
should
它的
have
这
their
个必要
own
的防御
necessary
设施
defense
是必要的，
capabilities
大家不应
as
该
well
这么
as
看法，因为
defense
我们从来没
facilities.
有承认
China
这些
has
国家对
never
我们南沙岛礁的非
acknowledged
法占
the
领。
illegal
我们提
occupation
出
by
和
other
平共同开
countries
发
on the
但
islands
是不放
on the
弃
Nansha
和平基
Islands.
础上。
We have
而且是
proposed
为了维护
to
这个地区
put
的
aside
和平稳
differences and
定。
seek joint
那么
development,
如
but
果
that is on the
我们的
prerequisite
领
of
土
not giving
权
up
我们
our
的这个
sovereignty.
海洋权益受到进一步的
We
侵
do
蚀，
so
那么
in
中
order
国
to
人民是
uphold
不高兴的，是反对不赞成的，
peace and
而且
stability
是
in the
不放
region.
心
The
不
Chinese
放心
people
所以
will
呢，南
not
沙岛礁
agree
扩建之
if
后，
we
能
allow
够更
further
好地维护我们的
impairment
利益
of
而
our
且同时
sovereign
也
rights
增
and the
强了
maritime rights and
中
interests.
国在这个地
And
区
by
提供公共
developing
服务的能力。
these islands and reefs, we will
而且
help
增强了
better
我们维
protect
护
China's
这个
own
地区和平
interests
的能力
and make China better able to provide public services to this region and to uphold peace and stability in this region. So this is our consistent view. This should not be claimed as militarization. Defense capability is not equivalent to militarization. We should discuss this issue in greater detail. We can invite experts and scholars to discuss with us what is militarization. If we believe that discussions among the military officials are not convenient, I don't think it is fair to blame China for that. If the U.S. is indeed interested in upholding peace and stability in this region, it should support China's efforts to seek negotiated solution to disputes with its neighbors instead of working in the opposite way with certain ulterior motives. Thank you.